Happy New Year. Hello, hello, hello. It is Monday at 8:30. It's your girl Saran. I am here in the building. We are going to talk about our money. Listen, I hope you had a great holiday season. I know I did. I enjoyed family, friends, fun, laughter, joy, all those things. So, welcome, 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 everybody that's live on my Facebook group or watching us. I'm a little under the weather, so just bear with me. But I did not want to miss tonight as we are starting a new year. And I know many of you have get your money right goals. And so I'm here to bring you some empowering information to get you off to the right track this year. We're going to do more in 2024. So if you're with me tonight, just drop a hello in the chat. Wave, click like, click share. Please invite others. But we are going to talk about a few different things. But you all know me. You know I love affirmation. So before we get started, this week's money affirmation is I speak words of gratitude and abundance over my financial goals for 2024 and beyond. How many of you know you got to speak to your goals, speak to your wisdom, speak to yourself so that you can create all that it is you want to have, be, and do. So today we're going to go over what it means to do more in 2024. I'm going to post the affirmation in the chat as soon as I can figure out how to copy and paste it. You know how it is when you're under the weather. Two things don't always work together at the same time. But hey, Miss Carter. All right, I was able to get it into the chat. So we're going to do more in 2024. What more? More is an acronym for manage, optimize, be resourceful, and empowerment. So when we look at 2024, we're going to go into that. But before we go, I want to tell a little story. So, and this is just about, kind of thinking about where we're going and what we're doing. There was a time in the past, we'll just call her Sherelle, one of my cousins. She said, hey, cuz, can I borrow your car to go to Delaware? So I say, sure, you can borrow the car to go to Delaware. What's your plan? She's like, oh, I'm going to go here to see this family member. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So I give her the keys to the car. She drives to Delaware. Everything's fine. She's got the map. I think this was the time before GPS, so she had a map printed out. She knew where she was going, and she had the right vehicle. The vehicle was in tip-top shape. Everything, all the plans had went together. And she gets to the Delaware house to get gas, and somehow the gas nozzle doesn't quite fit into the gas hole where gas goes. So she figured it out, made it work, got the gas in there. Turns out she wasn't supposed to put that gas in there. It was diesel. And so she pulls off, but before the gas starts running, she calls me in a frenzy. Oh my God, I put diesel in the car by mistake. I don't know what was going on. The gas attendant didn't say anything. Nobody, stopped me. I pumped this gas in the car. I don't know what to do. So we figured out what to do. We got the car towed to the dealership to get them to pump it out, and then we're back in it. But everything was off track with the plans that she had made. Everything was kind of awry. And so I tell you that story not because Cheryl had done anything wrong. I tell you that story because we can have the best laid plans. We got the map, we got the plans, we expected where we're going to be, we have the right vehicle, we have gas, we have money, we have everything we need to get where we're going. But something can come in where we didn't ask enough questions, where we didn't get enough information. That vehicle can't run with the wrong fuel. And a lot of times that's what we're doing with our finances. We're putting the wrong fuel into our vehicle and expecting it to run when in fact it's tearing up the vehicle because it's the wrong fuel to get you to the place you need to be. And I say all that to say because so many people come to me and the first thing they want to do is invest. And when I ask about the foundational things, they don't have any of the foundation. So they're essentially putting diesel into a car that's supposed to take regular gas. And so the thing is that we got to master the basics, right? Anybody that's a sports fan understands this about the Mamba mentality, or Kobe Bryant, God rest his soul. He did the basics every day. He practiced the basics every day. And what I find is so many people don't want to spend the time understanding and mastering the basics of finance, but want to skip to advance. And so that's what it really means to do more in 2024. So I told you that story because it wasn't a bad story, but I want you to understand that you can have everything in place and put the wrong fuel, put the wrong energy, get the wrong person in your circle, get the wrong information, and be totally off track. So we're going to do more in 2024. So the first step in doing more is an acronym, manage. The first step, we got to manage our money. I know it can be emotional. I was just talking to a client a little bit earlier. She said, I don't know why I get so emotional when it's time for me to do my budget, when it's time for me to review my finances, when it's time for me to just follow the plan. But we have to manage it. What gets tracked, gets managed, gets mastered. And that's true in every area of our lives. It's true when we're trying to lose weight. As soon as we start tracking our food and tracking our weight, all of a sudden, how come we can start losing 1 to 2 pounds a week just by tracking, right? Because we know what's happening. We know everything that's going on. When we're at work, when you start tracking your progress with whatever you're doing, you know what's going on. If you're in project management, or maybe you're not directly in project management, but wherever you work, you have to manage whatever's going on. But when you keep close eye on it and know the mile markers, you're able to get to where you want to go. And that being able to manage it is the thing that rolls into your ability to optimize what you're doing with your finances. If you have no idea where your money's coming from and going to, there's no way you can figure out how to optimize it, because you don't know how much it is you have available to optimize and put into savings, investments, stocks. Get yourself prepared to do bigger types of investments, get into some private equity deals and things like that. But if you optimize by managing your money, you're able to optimize the additional funds that you'll have, the excess funds, the money that's left over. And optimization can come a lot of different ways. You could optimize by doing certain things. I know one of my goals this year is to master these points on these credit cards. It wasn't ever my thing, but I said I'm going to figure out how to master these points. I got a whole spreadsheet thing happening. I'm tracking everything I'm paying on it to build up the points. I know exactly how, when and how I'm going to pay the card to make sure it doesn't get a balance, and managing the points and thinking about how I'm going to use the points, because that's one of the things I said, hey, I'm going to figure out how to master these points, because I can't let it beat me, but I have to track it. That's how I'm able to win at so much. I have to be able to know what's coming and what's going and how it's working. Okay, if I'm putting all this on my card that I'm going to get miles, well, how many miles am I going to have by the end of the year if I have these automatic payments going on it? Because I'm optimizing my money, because I have everything already managed and I know how to move forward. And you also have to be resourceful. And that's the R and do more. Once we learn to be resourceful with our finances, we can get better at it. I like to ask this question to my clients when we meet one-on-one. Excuse me. It's the beginning of the year. It's January 8th. It's still the beginning of the year. Have you taken a look at all the things you already pay automatically and to see if you can get a better deal? I'm just saying. Have you called your car insurance to see if they'll give you a better deal? They're always trying to sell you something, but at least once a year, you should be looking to see if exactly what you already have now, without necessarily degrading your service, can you get a better deal by being a new customer somewhere else? Or my fave, I think I went in to cancel something, and all of a sudden I can get 6 months for the 80% off. Okay, I'll take the 80% off. Well, if you don't ask, you don't find out, because most companies don't want to lose you as a customer because it costs so much to acquire a customer. So find out if there's things that you do. Check your car insurance, check your cell phone bill, check your, if you own a house, your homeowner's insurance. You want to call them, see if you can get if you can get some updates on those. See if check the value of your home. If the value of your home has gone down for any reason, which hopefully it hasn't in this market. I know there was a time when the values of homes went down in like 08, 09. I went and renegotiated property taxes on my house, so that they would be lower. So there's ways, but you have to figure out how that works in your state and where you live, right? But maximizing everything, reevaluating those subscriptions. Nobody wants to hear that. But go and look. What do you subscribe to that you're not using? Personally, I cut off Roku and I cut off Hulu and Apple TV and something else because I wasn't watching them. I use this other app that I use all the time. I only watch Netflix and I watch the other app I have. I think it's called Apollo. So why did I keep the other ones? I'm not watching them. Now, my family members that were watching them, I did notify them that we're no longer subscribing to that, right? But it was something that I realized, I'm like, it's not a lot of money, but it's my money. And I want to decide how it gets used. But if you don't ever check and you don't ask, you don't know. Call your credit cards. Ask them, hey, can I get a better interest rate temporarily? Is anything going wrong? No, I just want a better interest rate. All they can do is say yes or no, but you need to ask so that you can optimize and in order to be optimized and be resourceful. Finding different ways to do different things. I know people hate couponing. I did it years ago. I said I would never go back to it because it's so consuming. You get really excited. And once you start doing it, you start getting stuff for free. You'll be like those people on TV trying to figure out how you can get out of the grocery store with 3 carts of stuff for $15 because it's a challenge, right? But with my lifestyle, couponing doesn't apply because most of the things that I do are fresh vegetables and fresh fruits and things like that. So usually I just have to catch the sale. So they don't usually have coupons. Most of the processed foods and things like that have coupons. But if you still indulge in those things, then you should figure out if couponing works for you, because I hear so many people say, oh, groceries are so high. Not if you just make more money. That's another thing too. Be resourceful. Sometimes you might have to consider making more money. Does that mean for you? But that means something different for everyone. That may mean getting a better job. That may mean seeking the promotion of where you work. That may mean reevaluating your distributions on your paycheck. What did you get a huge refund? Maybe you need to lower your deductions. But again, you need to take a look at that and see, because more money, if you have money in your pocket now versus getting a big refund. I know some people love big refunds. I get very upset if I have a refund because I feel like I mismanaged my money all year long because somebody else was holding on to it, right? But everyone doesn't feel that way. I do. Excuse me. Now, I don't want to owe either. I try to get as close to zero as possible because I want to know that I've maximized, had the opportunity to optimize my own resources for the full year versus being without them. The other thing is you want to empower yourself. Empowerment. And it's not just a cliche word, right? We really have to think about empowerment, self-empowerment. And I don't mean, going out in the streets and fighting, but I mean working on yourself spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. And educating yourself, attending live sessions, joining my group, where we talk about finances. Actually, this week we're going to be doing some deep dives on some serious topics like how do you build a budget, right? I'm going to walk through that tomorrow with the people in my communities. I'm going to build it live on the Zoom. But the thing is that if you don't ever take the time to do it, you'll never know. Now, if you want to join the group, go to joinsaran.com and you can come into the community when we'll do that tomorrow at 7. But empower yourself. There's never enough knowledge. There's so much knowledge out here that you can never get enough information. However, you must get information that you are able to act on based on your situation. I never tell anyone to take advice from a blanket video. I'm giving you a video, but the advice I want you to take is to seek more knowledge individually, specifically about your situation, to make sure that you're doing what's best for you and your household. Now, you want to make sure that you're empowering yourself and learning, going and taking action. Taking action is the best way to learn. If you never take action, you never learn. If you take a little bit of action, you learn a little bit. And one of the things I know for me as a business owner, sometimes I don't take action because I'm like, oh my God, it's not perfect. But the thing is that nothing gets perfected unless action is taken upon it. So we have to get out here and we have to empower ourselves with the knowledge, with the education, with taking action so that we can be more, do more, and have more. Now, if you also need to make more money by starting a business, that's true for some people. Some people are business averse. Some people can't wait to start a business and figure out how to make it profitable. But that's what we have to consider in 2024. But guess what? None of this happens without you. None of this happens without you executing, executing, executing. I'll share with you what my word is for 2024, and you can share with me what your word is for 2024 in the chat. My word for 2024 is execute. Execute, execute, execute. Because it's through the execution that we will all get to where we want to be. 2024 should be the launching pad for your greatest decade ever. I don't care if you're 25, 35, 45, 55. We can make this your greatest next 10 years. We can do more in 2024. We can soar in 2024. We can get out here and help more people, become better people, and grow. But the thing is that we have to be the ones who take the action. So, just to recap really quickly, in order to do more in 2024, we're going to manage our money, we're going to optimize, we're going to be resourceful, and we're going to empower ourselves. So, I'm your girl Saran. I'm here on the same bat at the same bat time, the same bat channel, 8:30 p.m. every Monday. Now, if you want to join one of the communities, again, go to joinsaran.com. It's a landing page. It'll get you right into the group, and you'll be able to interact with me real time as we do some of the financial activities throughout the week. Now, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to come back, and I hope if this message helped you that you would like, share, and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube so that you can get more information like this. So I'm your girl Saran. Peace, love, and light. Let's get your money right. Bye.